This is video 13. We're beginning today in Ruth chapter 3. One day, Naomi, her mother in law, said to her, "My daughter, should I not try to find a home for you where you will be well provided for? Is not Boaz, with whose servant girls you have been, a kinsman of ours? Tonight he will be winnowing barley on the flat threshing floor. Wash and perfume yourself and put on your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor and don't let anyone know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying, and then go and uncover his feet and lie down, and he will tell you what to do." This is the first 4 verses of Ruth chapter 3. Now, Naomi is telling Ruth, "It is my responsibility to find you a husband. I'm getting older. You know nothing about the land. You don't know anybody here. So if I was to die, you would be pretty destitute. Therefore, I am going to set about to be a matchmaker." Now, we haven't heard from Boaz. He's a kinsman of ours. And notice she does not say he's our kinsman redeemer. She just says he's a kinsman of ours. And that's the guy, that you went and worked in his field and stayed with his girls and around his workers there. We haven't heard from him. I guess he's just been busy. The first time you met him, he talked to you about marriage, but it's been since the beginning of the barley harvest until now, and we don't know if it's the end of just the barley harvest or if it's the end of the harvest season, which would make it about 3 months or 4, because they have the barley and then they have the wheat. It does not mention anything about olives. It doesn't mention anything about grapes. So this guy was a big wheat farmer or a barley farmer, grain farmer. And she said, Naomi tells Ruth, "I want you to do certain things. First thing I want you to do is tonight, about dark, when Boaz goes to sleep and to guard now he's down at the threshing floor. They thresh the wheat, thresh the barley, get the kernels out of the stalk and away from the head. They're threshing it. They're taking the barley to the next step. Okay, there's 3 steps in order for you to eat it. You first have to harvest it, then you have to get the little grain out of there, and then you have to mill it. And we're not talking about the milling process, we're talking about the second step. And so she says, "I want you to go down there because he's going to be there. He's going to be there with all of the workers. They work from daylight to dark, from can see to can't. And then he will sit down for a meal, and then he'll go to sleep. Now, he's also going to be guarding his stuff. Don't want anybody to see you down there. Just, I want you to go down there and watch where he lays down, and I want you to make a note of that. And then when everything is quiet, I want you to go up there and uncover his feet and lay down." Now, that's kind of an odd thing. He's got his bedclothes, he's got his bedding around him to keep the cool off. So he might have a quilt or 2, or he might just have his long robes. But she said, "I want you to go up there. I want you to take a bath. I want you to put on your best dress, put on perfume, look nice, smell nice. Go there. When he's asleep, you go lay down at his feet. but first you uncover his feet. To uncover one's feet is, in some cases in the Bible, it is a reference to have sex with. Whenever you uncover someone's feet, it's usually a man and woman, and you have sex with them. Another incident, it could mean intimacy. You go lay down at his feet, you uncover his feet and lay down at his feet. Now, this is symbolic, showing him that you are willing to put yourself subject to him. Okay, you're going to, you as a woman will uncover his feet. You will be intimate with him at this point. You lay down, and when he wakes up, he's going to tell you what to do. So this is kind of odd in the fact that, well, I would never do that. But considering the fact that she is a widow woman, she is desperate for a husband. Actually, Naomi is more desperate for getting Ruth a husband than Ruth is finding one, I think. But anyway, you do just exactly what I say. In verse 5, Ruth makes the statement, "I will do whatever you say," answered Ruth. So she went down to the threshing floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. So she's going down to the threshing floor. This might be at the edge of the same field. She knows where she's going. She's going to the threshing floor, and she's going to do what Naomi told her to do. When we say that, she's going to take a bath, she's going to perfume, she's going to wear her best dress, she's going to go lay down, uncover his feet, lay down at his feet. Now, she doesn't uncover his feet and then put it back over her. We find that in the next few verses here. So she's down at the threshing floor, and in verse 7, when Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits. Wow, it's been a hard day, guys, but I think I'll go lay down now. He went over to lay down at the far end of the grain pile. Ruth approached him quietly. We don't know what time. We assumed it was later in the night after everybody has left him alone. And Ruth approached him, uncovered his feet, and lay down. So she uncovers his feet and she lays down supposedly against his feet. We don't know if it's her front or her back or her side, but we know that she is laying down at his feet. In the middle of the night, something startled the man, and he turned and discovered a woman laying at his feet. So he wakes up, startled. He doesn't know what's going on. Something is at his feet. He discovers it's a woman. He wants to know, actually, are you a demon? Are you a woman? Are you a man? What's going on? And he says, "Who are you?" And Ruth answers, "I am your servant Ruth. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman redeemer." So she asked him at this point, "If you will spread your garment over me and cover me up with your garment, this is what I want, because you're a kinsman redeemer." Now, the kinsman redeemer, remember a couple of lessons back, has to do with the land. But we're going to find out that even in those days, Boaz has a different little element to the kinsman redeemer. Not only does he have the right to redeem the land, but he has the right to marry Ruth also. And so we will stop there and pick up with verse 10.